Hi folks, I'm Sean and welcome to the Lightroom blog channel, where we talk about all things Lightroom and photo related. In this video we're going to take a look at the transform panel and how to use upright to make perspective corrections to your photos. Here's a photo I shot when I was out and about in the blue hour the other day. I did think the photo was reasonably level, but it was on a small tripod and just above a fence. This is what I got. Now when I saw it on the back of the camera, I thought, at least I can correct it in Lightroom. We have the transform panel here and we'll use this to correct our issue. There are a few options in the panel. Auto will mix a set of vertical and horizontal distortion corrections while retaining as much original image as possible. This has done a reasonable fix, but it's slightly skewed, so not perfect. We'll go to the next one, which is level. Level tries to straighten it up. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't, like in this example. Vertical tries to fix the vertical perspective. It's not detected properly in this image though. Full is good for single plane or one-point perspective images and uses auto, level and vertical together. If you have a two-point perspective, it will try and stretch it a lot, so I avoid using it on them. It's done a much better job, but I still think there's a better way. And that way is to use guided. With guided, you draw lines to show what should be straight. Clicking upright turns the cursor into an icon with lines. That way you know you're in guided. Let's find a line to draw along. In this case I have show loop on, which gives me a zoomed in window. You can have the grid on if you want. I'll show you the grid options later. I'm using a Wacom tablet, so the loop view tends to jump about. It is smoother with a mouse. I'll put my initial lines in and then zoom in later to refine them. I'm just placing the endpoints of my line along a straight edge on the building. To start, you only need two lines, so I'm going for the opposite side here. Top part, and then a matching one at the bottom. That's given me the basic correction, but as you can see it's skewed off to the side quite a bit. I'll do the horizontal lines as well to correct that. There's a few lines to choose from, but I'll go across this top section first. I'll need one at the bottom to finish it off. There's a lot of differing levels here, so it's hard to be exact on the bottom one. I'm just choosing points that look okay to me. Alright. The whole building looks way better than before. Now I can use constrain crop to get rid of the white edges. It looks reasonably okay now. One thing that can happen is the building can get squished or stretched depending on the correction. And that's what the aspect slider is for. I'll just move it to the right here to stretch it back up. One thing I can do now is to refine the placement of my endpoints. I press 1 to 1 to zoom in, and that lets me see more accurately what's happening. If I hold a space bar, it allows me to drag down to the next point. Note the faded line that goes further out, allowing you to see how linear it is beyond your point. This one is okay, as is this one. You can see that the loop view doesn't jump about as much when zoomed in. I know this bit is boring because I'm not talking, but we're nearly there. And now for the last line. This is good for me. I'm going to press E to zoom back out. There's too much at the top and bottom, so I'm going to crop this more. I'm going to select a 4:5 aspect ratio. There. That's it. Far neater. If you want to see what the before is like, we just turn off transform. So as you can see, that's a massive, massive difference, and that's done using the transform panel in Lightroom. So I'm going to show you the grid options now very quickly. So we have always, the grid is always on, and you can change the grid overlay here. You can also hold down the command key for options. It lets you change things as well from there. You have auto. Auto is on when you hover over down here. And of course you have never, which just turns it off basically. One thing that I didn't mention as well is that if you want to get rid of a line, if you've made a mistake, if you just click it and hit the delete key, it will actually remove that line and you can just start that line again. So folks, I hope that video was good for you. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you want anything in particular, let me know in the comments below, or if you have any questions, fire away. I've asked on the discussion channel, on the back end of this channel, what people would like to see on the channel. If you want to do a live stream, let me know as well. I've done quite a few webinars for things like the Photographer Academy. So if you can subscribe to the channel, please do. Give it a like if you liked it. Hit the thumbs up. And go for the notifications bell if you want to get notified when new content comes online. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, folks, and I will see you in the next video.